Welcome again to another episode of Pandamime. I think I've mentioned in my previous updates that I have brought along the Abarth exhaust. What I gotta do is swap out the gearbox shaft seals, replace the gearbox oil, and we're gonna undress a little bit of the engine bay. I need to get to the turbo because there is actually a bolt missing. Maybe down there you might be able to see in the far corner. In the depths of hell, I have to go. I brought along some of the plastic trimming, so I gotta install that to kind of hide the sharp edges. And I also have in this box, it's the under tray. I've actually not opened the box once since I've gotten it, and I got it like months ago, so I have no idea if it's the right one. I've gotten changed. Let's get to work. I've worked for 2 minutes and I'm already taking a lunch break. I'm so out of practice with working on Panda. Alright, battery died again. So many goddamn spiders. So many spiders.
I wanted to remove the bumper to get access to the different parts of the car underneath it, and just to make life a little bit easier to work with.
Something fun I've always noticed when I take the bumper off. I don't know if anybody has seen that episode of Mighty Car Mods where they go to Germany for their Ford Focus, and in the factory the employees sign the bumper, and someone actually signed this bumper here as well. December of 06. It's a lovely signature. I feel like a lady wrote that. But yeah, it's lovely to see that, like, people leaving their mark and stuff like that. So the bumper's off. You can see a decent amount of oil spilled at the bottom, and if you can tell, there's actually this gigantic, horrendous looking thing. It's the only thing that's keeping me from going underneath the car.
Safe to say it's in Spidey heaven. I emptied out the gearbox oil now, so that way I can work on the drive shaft later.
Now I'm just gonna try and remove the exhaust. I don't know what the deal is with the rust and why it came in so heavy, but the subframe is absolutely shafted. Ha! Because I'm working on the drive shafts. But yeah, everything is real crusty and rusty. Even the caliper carrier is rusty. But yeah, look at all the subframe, all the parts where it's connecting to the actual car. I'm really not liking that. I'm really happy that I have a replacement K-frame. And bolts, actually. I got a lot of bolts. Ah, finally, you bastard. Thankfully, the exhaust is 2 pieces. The exhaust of downpipe anyway is out of the way. Next is to take the cat off. Shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words. Next is the 4 bolts at the top of the cat. The gasket is looking pretty good. That's a relief. I can't remember whether this turbo had a crack in it or was it the previous turbo. But it's such a common thing on these engines that it wouldn't surprise me if this one was as well. But let's take a look. No visible cracks so far, which is good. I just need to find a bolt for that screw hole, tighten it in, and that should be that. Alright, so that should take care of that, potentially fixing the lambda issue. Now it's just to put the downpipe back on And there we go. Whoa. Well, needs to be cleaned anyway, right?
I cleaned off any grease that flew out of the inner CV joint to make it less gross to work on. The black circle is the shaft seal, which I'm removing.
Alright, so I got the old one out. Gotta find out the part number to see whether this is the right one that was in place or did I have the wrong one in there. And then it's just a matter of smashing in the new one, and that's that. It's kind of hard to tell, but there are numbers on here. So there you go, that looks perfect. 36, 56, 10, and 13 and a half. So this is like the dimensions for this particular shaft seal, and it's aligning with the numbers with this one. So supposedly this is the one that needs to go in there.
I gently tapped the seal with a big socket and a mallet. Then I used the CV joint to seat the seal.
There's the drive shaft taken out. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean all this up. I do have one of these clips here.
I put the shaft back together off camera after giving it a clean, re-grease and a new clip. Looks good.
Alright, that's day one of working on Panda. I've swapped out that gearbox shaft seal on the left hand side. So all the wheels are back on. I've put the cat back on in there. Meow. So all that's really left to do is to finish off removing the rest of the exhaust, swap over to the original Abarth exhaust, and then I'll probably leave servicing to next time. I think the oil in there should be fine for now. So I'm not going to do a service on it right now. I'm just going to put it back together, put all the things that TUV have told me that I've failed on, sharp edges and all that shite. I'm very tired and I'm very frustrated. So I'm going to go home, eat lasagna, go to bed, contemplate life, wake up and forget all of this ever happened. I did notice that on the old exhaust, well, the stainless steel one, the gasket after the cat is shafted, so I'm gonna have to order a new seal for that. And do I have a lambda sensor? Oh, I don't have a lambda sensor on the other side. Crap. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have to swap over this lambda sensor or buy a new one, but this one is in there so tight I can't imagine getting that out. Yeah. Alright, well, it's probably another lambda sensor, I guess. Alright, so lambda sensor and gasket. Those are the two next things I gotta get. And that's that. Like, subscribe if you like the content. If you have any thoughts or ideas, let me know in the comments below. I really like to hear feedback as well. Helps me improve on the videos, and it'll help me out to know what to do next and what to do better. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.